Hello, hello. Let's see. We have Tamara and Tank. Tamara and David. Dink and Tank. Hello, hello. Then they're telling everybody smash the thumbs up. Thank you for smashing the thumbs up. Then we got Avid Fisherman. Hi, Avid. How are you tonight? Scotty, where am I? Where I have been in land of the lost. Right, Scotty? You have. Hi, welcome in. Avid said join the club. Then we got hi. I don't know why I whisper it when I say it, but I do. Jennifer, 10 p.m. already? Trying to stay awake. I doubt I can stay awake for 5 more hours, but I'll try. It won't be 5 hours. It won't. Stuffs Jennifer into a pillowcase again. There you go. All ready for your glittery bedtime. If it's got glitter, she can't resist. It's glitter. Hello, Troy. How are you? Thank you for being here, brother. Then we got Drops Family Garden. Hello, Drops. Then we got Musgrave Family Farm. Hello, Musgrave Family Farm. We got Duncan Family Farm. Hello, Duncan Family Farm. I'm here for the emu jokes. I don't think I have some emu jokes. Hello, hello, Texas Raider. Chris. Paul Case Farms. Hello, Paul Case. Well, what's up, Ty and Shy from the Prince Journey? How are you? Hello, Peter. How are you? Then we got Miss Beth. Hi, Beth. Then we got Eric and Tina, Rainy Ridge. Hello, hello. Robert. No, not 6 hours either. Jennifer, it'll be 6 hours. No, it's not going to be 6 hours. Okay, everyone. What does it won't be hours mean? Bowen. Hello, Bowen. Well, you're going to have to at least find something else to do for, I don't know. Usually I'm on for 3, so maybe the last 2. That is thunder I hear.
Yeah.
As soon as I got on Bowen, I could hear thunder. Yeah, I know. Hello, Dee's Garden Adventure. Looks like you're feeling better. I'm trying, y'all. Did someone say 5 hour? No, I need my sleep. No, it's not going to be 5 hours. Hi, Tony. And of course, he's saying, sup. Exactly, Scotty. Dee says, hey, Jennifer, long time no see. Well, hello, Sean. Let's trade paint. And then they're saying hi to each other. So I made the mistake of taking the Mucinex and the Sudafed this morning when I woke up and I was fine. But I forgot them at home when I was doing all kinds of stuff. So now I'm paying for it back again. So I just took, right before the live, I took some more Sudafed and Mucinex. And I'm drinking some warm tea. I didn't stop and get honey. Joe Jacobson. Not a 10-hour live. Nope, nope, nope. Let me tell you why. Because I got to end it early enough to where I can take nighttime, get to sleep so I'm not asleep in the morning to get up, you know? Sean said, "Sup, Chris?" So then we got Miss Kelly, Rebel at Heart. Pinball. Y'all watched pinball? I missed it. No, we're not going for 8 hours either. Nope, nope, nope. Not doing it. The jar. Hello. Yes, Joe. Exactly. So probably have 100 survival seed packets this year for sale, and that's it. I'm still doing a germination test on the heirloom seeds. Cool. Jan. Hi, Jan. Everybody say hi, Jan, in big letters in the chat. I'm surprised Jan didn't yell in that one. She put in little hands, though. It will be 4 hours and 59 minutes. Nope, nope, nope. Hi, Lori. Well, see, she screamed at Jennifer there. Yep. And then Jennifer yelled back. So, yep, yep, yep. Let's see. How far am I behind? Hey, everyone in the chat. Love y'all, but I'm like Jennifer. Business hours only, please. Listen, y'all. I've always been at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time since we started going live. Yeah, what? Julie Cook. Oh, yeah, I didn't. I'm sorry. I clicked on it, but then forgot to say hi. What is that about? Hi, Julie Cook. Rude. I know. Rude. Sorry. Hold on. Sup, everyone. Trey. Hey, Trey. Let's see. Almost a green acre. Hey, hey. I only got about 30 minutes to give you all, Amy. Hi, Sister Evelyn. And then I know, Jan, I need to look back at your text and see when your meetup's going to be, unless you want to hop up and tell people about it when I share the link, because I haven't shared the link just yet. You need some black gum. I need black gum. What's black gum? I don't know what black gum is. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to. Hold on. It is Trey from Our Louisiana Live. It is Trey. Scotty says, okay, 4.5 hours. Nope, not even 4.5 hours. Nope, nope, no. Oh, really, Amy? No long live? No, not tonight. Not tonight. I've got to take my nighttime so I can get to sleep. So I'm not asleep in the morning when I got to take kids to school. Okay, so I'm going to have to go look this up because, yeah. I'll carry us through the last 3 hours, maybe, LOL. Everybody's saying hi to each other again. Avid's yelling, Jan. Talk about honey. OMG. I have some good stuff here. I saw that. I saw that on your video. Yes. You got some honey. See? Oh, Scotty says, hi, Jan Leonard. I'm getting really behind. Yep. Yep, I am. Everybody's saying hello. Oops. I'm gonna click off that. Yeah, I just saw that he was looking at that. Jan hit 10K. Wow. Don't forget us, little people. Let's see. Waving like a crazy person to everyone in chat. Let's see. Yep. Congratulations, Jan. That's awesome. Oh no, helping a widow run water to her house this next couple weeks. Her husband passed that. Aw. Amy, a little bird said you're going a 48. No. Nope. I don't know what that little birdie, who that little birdie is, but that little birdie lied. Caps is important. People communicate with each other, right, Jan? Yes, caps is important. 9 o'clock, you mean? No. 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. I hope I didn't forget anybody because I'm trying to just go through here. Look, Ty and Shire saying, hello, guys. If y'all don't know Prince Journey, go check them out. They've already hit their 1K, y'all. They already hit their 1K. And that's awesome. Going to miss Kenny, great guy. Aw. If you know, you know. I bet she would have no subscribers after that. Right? No, no, no. Business hours 8 to 5. Oh, well, look who it is. It is Roger. All right, all right, all right. Chat's popping tonight. Can't keep up. I know, right, Bowen? I'm like minutes behind already. Yes. Hold on. This is the bottom for 1 second. Yep. That's right. Hello, Heather. Sorry. He always tells me I'm yelling. Amy, that's the name of it. Okay, so that's for the black gum, I guess. Is what that is. Yep. That's what it is. You need to watch the bacon toothpaste challenge Glenda and Jesse did. They talk about that gum. Okay, I'll have to do that because I didn't watch it. Well, here's a new one, plain and simple, 2576. Hello from Missouri. Well, hello, plain and simple. Let's see. It's on Lazy Days Ahead affiliate link. The person looking for the black gum. Okay, I'm gonna have to go look at it. Hello, Gypsy Trails. I had another hold on moment today. I almost died. Oh, Bowen. Simply Jan says that she is from Missouri too. Plain and simple. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to Randall. Hello, Arlene. Amy, hold on. 2.5 hours is okay. I need up early too. Okay, I can't keep up. I'm on my phone. Tagging stinks. Everybody's on their phone tonight, y'all. Let's see. Scotty, hello. Everybody could do like and wave at everybody like a crazy person, you know? That's right. She's an adopted Leonard. That's true. Gail Southern Living. Hello, hello. Let's see. Hi, get Jan and Lori. Y'all need to know that's a hug from me, just to be kind. I pray and hope you get over your hack, Amy. I know. I hope I get over it too. I'm pretty sure he wants me to get over it already. Like, he was like, you get sick so easily. My immune system sucks, y'all. Somebody even sneezes and I'm sick. I got the crud. Yep, mash the like. If Jan is the famous Leonard, what does that make you, Amy and Chris? Don't know. I don't know. Yeah, congratulations, Jan. I got this, Amy. Just hold on. His wife said it in one of his videos the other day. I was like, she just really said, hold on. Jolly Roger Craftsworks. It's Roger. This is my other channel, getting you more watch hours. That's awesome, Roger. Jolly Roger. Okay. Living my best life at 60. Wow. Hello, I'm a new friend to your channel. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Don't forget us little folks who aren't monetized. Right? So I said, don't forget about us little people, Jan. Let Chris talk for a while, Amy. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this live. Woo! Let's see who else. Hi, Echo. Hi, Heather. Let's see. Jokes. I said I would ask. What is the chicken one you said? The chicken. Why did the chicken cross the road? Is that what you said? Why did the chicken cross the road? I'm going to sound so weird saying it. Because that was a good one. Okay, I will check my phone. Chris can't get a word in. You're not late, Heather. You're never late. I lack 122 more to hit 3,000 subs. That's awesome. We're almost close to hitting our 1 year on YouTube. October 8th will be our 1 year, y'all. Woohoo! It's great. Gail Southern Living. From South Georgia. Living my, yeah. Comments are flying, or comments. Comments are flying. I can't keep up.
That's 5 minutes ago.
I know. Shh. Leave me alone. Oh, Troy says that, or Trey says they need 1,800 watch hours. Let's see. Hi, Janae. Let's see. I'm going to just go by over here and try and catch up. I'm almost Missouri. Working on my updates, LOL. I will never forget my roots and my family. I'm always on my phone. Hey, listen. We're getting ready for a hurricane. We just heard about that on the Prince Journey's life. Old Pecan Homestead. Hello. That was like 4 minutes ago. So if you're still you're here. Hey,
well, they are. They're
okay.
Asking questions. If you're not down there too.
Shh. I never did find that post to get my hoodie. LOL. Just saying. Amy passed me her blindness. I put a post. People have already been sending. It's in the members only section. Thank you, Heather. Let's see. I don't want to pass anybody. That's why the parentheses, you. Prayers for you and anyone in the path of the storm. That's correct. Tony, I may be interested in an avert guilt next time you breed your piggies. They're good piggies. We love Diesel. Love Diesel. So much. Gil made that video. Let me see. I'm trying not to. Okay. Stuffs Amy full of vitamin D, zinc, and elderberry. You need to get tested for hyperthyroid. If it's an issue, get off soy. I don't drink milk.
That's nothing to I
had 300 subscribers tonight. A long way from you guys. Oh, y'all go check out Almost a Green Acre. They're almost to 300. Oh, there's William. I am not famous. I am simply Jan. Always have been, always will be. Your numbers, I meant to say. Yeah, I know. Jan is famous and the favorite. I don't know how she does it. I'm the forgotten Leonard. No, you're not. Jennifer, no, you're not. I need like 49 subs for 1K, LOL. I'm so close. I can taste it. Y'all go check out Bowen. Hey, Chris, when will you show us the backhoe on that TYM? To prove he wasn't chicken. Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah. To eat the armadillo. Yeah, that was funny. Ain't nobody a little person. Amy is never going to get to the bottom of the chat. No, I'm never going to get to the bottom of the chat. What little time I was around you, Chris seemed like the quiet type. Could be wrong, but probably not. My backhoe is 3-point attachment, but I really need to make it 3-point frame mounted. Hey, Chris, I need to reach out to my rep about trying to get our state to declare a Veterans Month. Hello, Kevin.
That's pretty cool, Paul. But does Paul think I'm a veteran?
I don't know.
I get that a lot, so I'm just curious.
I believe I remember the first things live to get busy after February. Fuzzy, sorry. Amy needs a speed reading course. I know, right? Well, I'm trying to make sure that I don't forget anybody. Drink some lemon water. It helps. Oh, I was drinking some warm tea with honey the other day. Oh, that was so delicious. Teeth armadillo, groundhog. She needs to eat some garlic. Marissa and her William. That's Jan. Hi, Marissa, +1 behind you. Uh-oh, somebody called you Smoky Toes. Tiny toes behind you. Now I'm seeing it. Oh, look, it's my nephew. Ain't seen him in so long. I know. Your dad just looked at it, and you were like 11 days ago.
2 weeks ago.
What is that?
Rude.
Trey, you got to do the live. Yep, that's right. Soy is in everything. Soy is not. I know. You don't need to get tested if you think you have a thyroid issue. Just change your diet until it works. Everybody's laughing at me. Oh, man. Let's see. I don't have a Rumble. Your 1K live, Trey. You will get hundreds of watch hours. I just made over 110 subs. Woohoo! That's awesome. Oh, look at the little one. I know he's awake, and you're over there. Look, he likes bad news. I'm not gonna make Pinecone Fest. What? What? You need your own chair back there. Oh! Can you get it? Oh,
No, I don't.
it's gone. Oh, ew, 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 ew. Chris and being quiet is an oxymoron. Is this live sponsored by Buc-ee's? We see the advertising, lol. It was Marissa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wow. It really jumped. Amy should make adopted Leonard birth certificates. It would be funny. Amy, you need a funny
Shot of money.
I know. Oh my gosh. Palmetto Paratrooper. Hello, hello. Oh, that's so sad. What was that? Was it a spider? Yes, it was a spider, and now it's gone. It's gone. I don't. Oh, it's coming back.
Oh.
What?
It's little.
Hold on. Where'd it go?
I don't know. It's tiny.
It's right there.
Yeah. Well, what would you like me to do about it? See? It's like microscopic. Smash everything. See? You smash it and
I smashed it.
and
I got it. I got it, y'all.
Pick it back up and it still runs off. It's dinky. What are you scared of? It's like,
Changing diet is not the only thing to do when you have a thyroid issue. I'm really sick of people saying that. Oh, okay. You're close to the bottom.
yeah, until the spider.
Whoop! Killed the spider. Yes, I did. I killed it. I killed it, y'all. I killed it. Oh, wait, did I just get to the bottom? Only took 30 minutes, y'all.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm scared. Me and Chris need to go live. I ain't ranted in so long. Now under 200. Oh man. You skipped me. Good night, almost a green acre. Woohoo, you made it. That was like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I want my birth certificate to say Jan Leonard. She can be Jan Leonard, the forgotten one. Oh gosh. Everyone comment quick. So close. Hey, down. See? Okay, hold on. I gotta put the.
Okay, so now that you took half an hour to do the, roll call.
What?
I was asked a question that I wasn't able to answer because you've got to read every comment.
I do all
in
the
here.
time.
But ours is not a 3-point hitch. Ours is only frame mount, no 3-point at all. It is 100% frame mounted.
Hold on.
They're probably not even in here because,
Hold on at the bottom here for a minute or less. Aw. Musgrave Family Farm, you're at 112. Woohoo! I hope you are dropping links for everybody because, everybody in this chat is really awesome. They're all trying to get their hours and all. You should make Diana Leonard, and Jennifer can be the middle Leonard. Hello, Adventure America. Gold is 2,600 and silver is 32. Silver will skyrocket soon for specific reasons most people don't know about. It's one of the best investments a person can make. Hey, speaking of silver and gold, I forgot them at the house, but they will be sent out to the winners because I finally got them in. I'm sitting at 1,400 for 10 years because I stopped making content. Aww. My channel has no content yet, so don't need a link drop. I don't do silver and gold. It can't feed my family. What about me? LOL, I've been a Leonard before. It was cool. Just saying. What happened?
We're under Spear Summit thing till like 11. And I don't know.
Yep, I caught that. As long as I get to be Aunt Crazy Leonard, we're good. I gotta hold on. I always say this. Hold on. You keep them occupied over here. Keep talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're talking so much tonight. And here I am losing mine. I think the middle child is actually the most ignored. I'll stick with the youngest. Adored. Okay, hold on. We got All Case.
Hey.
And Trey. What's up, guys?
Same stuff, different day. I'm looking forward to another 3 or 4 hours of just chatting with you.
No, I'm not going 3 or 4 hours tonight.
Hey, Chris. How are you doing tonight, Chris?
Oh, my goodness.
It was great until I just gave myself a migraine with the echo. No, I'm okay except for sinus pressure giving me a headache.
And then he tried to blame it on me. He was like, you see what you did? Because he was like,
yeah.
Hi, Jessica.
It is you. 100%.
No, he started coughing. He's like, you see what you did to me? And I was like, you've been coughing like that for a month or so.
Smoke. I cough all the time when I smoke.
So you can't tell. So it's not my fault.
When I have sinus pressure and chest congestion, that's not smoking. That's you coughing in my ear the other day. She coughed the other day, and I literally felt my eardrum.
You did not.
My eardrum reacted.
Lord.
She just coughed right on me like it don't even matter. Cold-blooded.
You were sick first, Amy.
Thank you.
I don't know that he was not sick or if he was sick because
I don't get sick.
You lie.
I never get sick.
You lie.
No, that's not sick.
He lies.
When's the last time I missed work because I was sick?
No,
1988.
he can be sick and still go to work. That's what it is.
1988.
I'll go to work not feeling good because it don't matter. I'll go home tonight and make a hot coffee and go to sleep, and I'll be fine tomorrow. It's sinus pressure. It's
I think
October,
we have a new grumpy.
It's September in Oklahoma. That's how it works. It's every time you get a cold front or a warm front or any change of weather back and forth, my sinuses go back crap crazy and I have a headache. Whoop-de-doo.
I do have a...
You get the same thing and you're sick for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, do you take a 1-a-day sinus pill or anything like that?
No, just whenever I need to. Like I'll do a Sudafed PE. It's like Sudafed and Tylenol put together. That's generally all it takes. It relieves all the pressure and makes my head quit hurting, and I move on.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
I don't even count that as being sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've worked through a lot of that, and I've had it put me down pretty bad.
Don't feel good, and I'm
I
sick.
take one of those every day.
You out of the work, so will never happen. For the algorithm, I'm on my other account. Chris needs the black gum. to the black gum. Does everybody see what I got in the mail?
I got a hat.
Is that a cowboy hat?
Her straw hat.
My straw hats. Yeah. My straw hats that I won on Jesse's live.
See,
That makes me remember something. I won something on Jesse's live, Jesse and Lisa's live. What was it? Do you remember? I can't even remember now.
I don't know.
Trey,
I know it was a 3-time winner, I think.
Why don't you
No, 3-time. Was I 2-time or 3-time? I can't remember.
Trey, why don't you tell us whenever it shows up what it was I won on Jesse's live?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying
Yeah,
to.
Jennifer won
Was it the bacon flavored toothpaste? Is that what you got?
I don't think
No, there was somebody else who won the bacon flavored toothpaste.
I tried to get the bacon flavored toothpaste just because.
Let's see.
Now,
did you get my mail yet? I'm curious how long it takes to Leonard Mountain. No. I haven't checked the mail today.
Yes, that's when you got your straw hats. When you think that the store dropped that off, that was the mail.
No, Bowen says, "Did you get my mail yet?" He sent something. He said.
But you okay?
Oh wait,
work with me backwards here. You said I haven't checked the mail.
Well, I didn't check the mail. He checked the mail.
I just got done saying
it hasn't made it yet.
The mail was checked because that's how you got your straw hats.
Jeff.
It's okay.
Hello, Jeff.
Amy's got a little delay tonight. She's not quite there.
Stubbed her toe or something.
Oh, I did. I got the straw hats, and then I got the bat. Sure did. I haven't got the bat yet.
I got this in the mail today. Anybody that can read that knows that says Bolt Fiber. It's my internet bill. I'll make sure to pay that. That way I get to watch you guys, you know.
Yeah, I don't even get a bill from our Bolt. I just get a text message and an email. It says pay us or we're gonna cut it off.
I'd forget about it all the time if it was only on text.
Bacon flavored cotton candy. What?
No, it wasn't the vanilla. I can't remember what it was. I guess I'm brain dead.
Vanilla. Hey, I gotta get some ice cream. We made ice cream last night. I'm getting her practiced up for Pinecone Fest.
Ice cream. That's a lot of ice cream.
I told him
bacon flavored sunflower seeds.
3 or 4 ice cream things.
My daughter got was it
maple bacon taffy is nasty too. Yuck, yuck, yuck. High life on a Dyer family farm. That's Dina.
Bacon hamburger. Bacon cheeseburger sunflower seeds.
I don't know why you'd need to flavor sunflower seeds like something else. They're good on their own.
I know they are.
And that's kind of the same way
all
with
kinds of barbecue. They have pickled flavor.
I like the black pepper. That's about it.
I like the jalapeno ones sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the famous hat, Johnny.
Hey, there's Johnny.
There you go.
I just got through watching your video about the cow sale today. Felt like I'd been at the cow sale without having to go.
Yeah.
Fruit sweetener.
They're going down.
They sold a deal there. I couldn't tell how bad her eye was, but she was pregnant. You don't see cows sell under $1,000. That white cow that was in your sale.
Oh, I had I was there for like 2 or 3 hours, and the video could have been, just long, and I could have but what I did was I just put kind of a representative, a bunch of different things, stuff like that. But there were some deals in there. I mean, somebody could have got a deal today. You see that little zebu cow? There was a little zebu in there that went for $250. And it was full grown cow. You probably missed it because it looked like one of the calves.
That's some pretty cheap beef there.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Not a whole lot of it though. It only weighed like 200 and something pounds. Full
I
grown.
always get really tickled. The auctioneers will always say something to keep everybody's attention eventually. That one said about one of them bulls that turned around and the dude in the ring had to duck down and he hit that protective deal that guy's hiding behind. And the auctioneer says, he don't do that when you take him home. He won't do that when you take him home. And I'm like, yeah, I bet not.
Yeah. Until you give him the opportunity to.
Until you have the feed bucket, he won't knock you down.
Yeah, that was cheap. A little bit of cheap beef there, Oakon Homestead.
Well, I went today when I got off. I found one a lady had posted on Facebook, and they actually was not very far from work. It is a Angus. I just drew a complete blank. God, anyway, Angus cross, and they had it listed for not too bad. She's 9 months old, and I went and looked at her, and I think I'm gonna go get her tomorrow.
All right.
So she's halter broke, so it's gonna be gentle as she can be. I think I'm gonna go pick her up probably tomorrow. So,
what you eating, Johnny?
I'm eating chili because we got this major cool front come through, and I'm like, I've been all year waiting on chili. I'm like, my wife said it's hot for chili. It's too hot for chili. It's too hot for chili. As soon as they hit these 70-degree days, I said, we're gonna have some chili.
Did you guys get any rain, Johnny?
Right now it is sprinkling out here. Right now. That's all we've had so far is some sprinkles today. And so, that's where we're at. Have y'all gotten much up that way?
Oh, yeah.
We had a really good rain on Monday, Sunday night, 3 in the morning. It started raining. I don't know how much we got. I'm going to bet near an inch, maybe a little bit more, but
that's awesome.
Yeah,
hey, Tony.
I can't brag about it because I really didn't do it,
I mean, it's great for you, though. I mean, it really is, because down here it is just dry as it can be.
The Bermuda grass in my second cut and hay field has turned completely white.
Oh, yeah.
On top, it's so sun beat and dry. But that'll be really good for us in the logwoods, because we've been dealing with so much dust and stuff that our equipment stirs up. I'd come home and I'm just covered in dirt. I'm the reason that Anita can't keep any white washcloths. I'm messing up.
Well, I want to brag because we've been getting days of rain.
Yeah, I see all the bragging. There's bragging in the chat, and then Tony come in to brag.
Yep.
Now, did it rain the other day?
Right now, Johnny.
Are you?
Wow.
How Tony's getting rain and I'm getting rain and Johnny ain't getting no rain. I don't understand.
I mean, it's sprinkling. I mean, there is some sprinkles out there. I mean,
a little bit of sprinkle here.
My grandson bought a car, and I had to take him to Tulsa this evening to get it. And so it was pouring in Tulsa. I mean, just literally couldn't see, just pouring. And then the farther you came this way, the less and less and less you got, to where whenever I hit the dirt road out here, it's still dusty, but there is some sprinkles falling. So it's got to be something.
Got to get started somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
Yep.
Wanda, you went through somebody else's, so you didn't lose your wrench. You're on somebody else's live. We're co-streaming. She said I lost my wrench.
Hey, she was on mine. I give her a wrench, so she's got a wrench if she stays on mine.
That's good.
I never ever co-stream in any of these deals. I have never co-streamed on another channel ever.
Hey, Jan.
So it's not my channel, I can tell you that.
Johnny, I had a great uncle that could tell you exactly when it was going to rain, and he was right every time. He could.
When we got wet.
No, right here at the end of this dry spell.
You know why? You know why the Indian rain dance worked? Because they didn't stop till it rained.
There'd be some skinny dudes if they were doing it here.
Right.
Hey, Dale,
And they'd have dusty feet, Johnny.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it rained here like a steady mist to a light rain all day Sunday.
Yeah.
And then this morning it rained. And about noon it broke up and it was done. So it was nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Dale. Dale, I sent you a couple of cars. Dale's in the chat. I sent him a couple of cars I found on Facebook.
Randy, really heard that.
Got the bug for racing, I guess.
Uh-oh.
You know, that gets in your blood if you go. I'm telling you, that was my downfall, was going with my brother-in-law to the drag strip.
Johnny, you don't know what that did to me. I had to step back and say, no, not right now.
Right.
Well, Johnny can get hot flashes at a drag strip, but some of us just have to go to a farm auction. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to a farm auction on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a reasonable brush hog right now.
I thought I might have found you one this last weekend. Scott went to a sale, and it wasn't very far from here, and it was a 6-foot 3-point.
Hi, Randy.
It said it was a bush hog brand, but it was not. And when he got there, it was all in pieces. Their picture had been sometime previous to when they
Oh.
He didn't even stay. I don't have any idea what it brought.
Wow.
I'm looking for a rhino brand.
Yeah. There's something to be said for if you had a good one, finding another one like it, you got lots of parts for it.
Well, that's the whole reason why I'm looking for one. And I've found them 2 or 3 times while I've been at auctions. And every single time that has come up to sale, for whatever reason, I have not been right there to buy it. I mean, I've been like standing over here, or one time they had, you know how they'll have different auctioneers. They'll have like 3 auctions going at the same place.
Right.
Well, at the same time I was wanting to buy a trailer, they were auctioning off the brush hogs on the other end. And I was like, oh. So I had to make a choice. So
yeah. Yep. That's the way it works.
the one I really wanted was the one that somebody went up there and poured the oil on the day before the auction. Somebody went up, there was a brush hog, a TW72 Rhino. It's a little bit heavier duty, a little bit older Rhino, 6-foot hog. And somebody had gone up there and poured some motor oil on top of it, like on the gearbox and stuff like that. But you could tell that it was just poured on. I mean, like a bunch of it, like a whole quart over the whole thing.
Yeah.
And so I got to looking at it, and I got underneath it. I looked at the seals. There's not a drip underneath that thing at all, anywhere. And I was going, somebody poured oil on this thing to make people who are bidding on it think it's leaking.
Yep.
And they could get it for a cheaper price. And I thought, what a shady way of doing stuff. Because there was nothing, and you could tell that it wasn't like they were trying to fill it and they missed, because there wasn't any around where the filler goes. It was just like,
if it was leaking, it would thrown all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make it look bad.
If it's leaking when you're using it, they always show up with grass and dust and dirt and stuff on them.
Right.
You know, though, in my grandpa apparently bought a pull type 6-foot bush hog, and I don't know when the seal went out on the bottom of the gearbox, but he was not inclined to fix it. And my dad and him decided that they would try just pumping gun grease into that gearbox. And now this is an old one, and the older ones turn 1 revolution on the blades to every 1 revolution on the PTO shaft. And so they don't turn, they're not sped up. A lot of the newer ones are sped up and they cut grass a lot better because of that. This is an old one. And we have used that mower to mow stuff enormous that you wouldn't try to mow. My granddad apparently had the idea that if you could ride it down with the tractor, you could mow it. And it's beat up, but we never have any problem with the gearbox on it. And we would just mow every time we was going to use it. We needed to pump at least a half a cartridge of grease into the gearbox, and you was good to go. And I don't know if you get by with that these days, but
apparently you can, because we still do it on my brother's.
Yeah.
Stick in the hat.
Of course, it's an old brush hog. I mean, we just pumped it. Just take a grease gun, just fill it up in the gearbox and go on. Because if you pour anything that's liquid in it, it just runs right out the bottom.
Yeah, it'll go right
You're
on.
talking about that, Johnny. I've got a postal digger that I bartered with. Anyway, I used it like one time, and the shaft or the keyway I thought broke. Well, I took it apart. Somebody had a bunch of grease in it, and I started moving around, and actually tack weld on top where the shaft and the gear would sit. I took that apart, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" When I went further into it, and then the keyway. You know those when you replace a hammerhead or an axe, you drive in that wedge? That was the freaking keyway. I could not believe it. So I took it all. I did a video. It's been like 3 years ago. I took it all apart, ground it out. I went down to the store, bought a key for it, jammed it in there, and I just took a big pail of grease and just threw it in there because the seal was the shaft was wobbly. I don't do that often. I just do a tub of grease, and it's been working fine. I've used a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that old farm tricks. The old like if you had a car way back in the day, back whenever I was a kid, if you had a car with a manual transmission that made a lot of synchro noises and stuff like that, you'd take and put banana peels and sawdust in that deal. They'd quieten that deal right down.
Yep. Yes.
For a little bit.
Then you sell it.
Well, my dad and my grandpa had no inclination to sell their mower. They was just trying to get all the goodie out of it,
There you go. Yep.
And I've still got it. It's in the barn out here.
I was just going to say that you probably still have it.
Oh yeah.
Anyone
You're just talking about buying the same piece of equipment over and over again. You'd have lots of parts. Well, I use a baler from 1979. And my dad bought one of these as a demonstrator in 1979. And he wore it out finally about 1998 or 9. And we got another one and started using parts off of that one. And now I've got 2 of them that actually work, but we got 4 of them for parts. And I don't have as much in any of the ones that I bought for parts or the one of the ones I bought running. I don't have as much in any, and those all put together is what he gave for that demonstrator baler. So,
yeah.
And the baler that was good that we bought in like 1997, we finally wore the pickup out on it and had to pull the whole pickup attachment off one of the others and put on it. It's just it's a work in progress. And one of these days when they all give up, I'm going to be sitting on a gold mine of scrap metal. I probably all that out and buy me a brand new baler then, I'm sure.
There you go.
From 2005.
It'll be one of them. It'll be a classic. You'll be able to sell it for big bucks.
There won't be any copper to recycle out of these balers because they have a different kind of monitor than these new balers do. You're gonna have to listen to me, Trey. Listen up close. The monitor for my baler is a 2-eye monitor. If you can't monitor it with your 2 eyes, it ain't gonna get monitored.
Hey, we've had one of them.
So drops up there higher in the chat said something about only 13% of the population knows how to drive a manual transmission. We call that it's like a millennial theft deterrent device.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. Johnny, you had a couple people ask you how you feeling.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I've got a procedure on Friday, and then I've got an injection that I've got to get on October 2nd, and hopefully I'll be underway at that point, to being better, because it's deer season, guy. I mean, deer season is coming up. No, it's not. Somebody asked if there's deer season here yet. Not yet. October 1st. But I would like to be able to go when I want to go without be able to go. Let's just put it that way. Be able to go.
I hope you feel up to going. I hope you feel up to going.
I
Well,
do.
Ain't nothing more miserable than having to go sit somewhere and watch for a deer and you can't quit coughing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not coughing, so I mean, I'm good with that.
I was trying to tell Amy she couldn't hunt deer.
Oh, well, she wouldn't want to because, all that meat's on her bone somewhere.
All meat is on the bone. All meat.
Amy, do you know how to get the meat off the bone? If you don't like using your teeth to take the meat off the bone, use a knife. It'll work out all right.
Now, she ought to like shark and stuff like octopus and,
Well, it's not on a bone.
Shark ain't on the bone.
That's what I'm saying. It's not on a bone.
No.
Like clams and.
Hi, Tom.
So is meatloaf all right then, Amy?
I eat meatloaf. Yes.
Do you?
Okay.
Well, I want to tell you what, Tony fixed some really delicious looking meatloaf with that honey glaze stuff they was putting on it and on them ribs. I was like, I'm ready to go down by Oklahoma City. I ain't got an invite, but maybe I can get him to call me before I get there.
I'm hoping that at Pinecone Fest that he will, maybe bring some samples.
I'll have to bring you, and then reheat it down there. But yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I think Johnny and I have got to get together for lunch sometime and go to JL's. I mean,
we do need to do that, Paul. I'm game whenever you are. If you're over this way and you want to go to JL's, you let me know and I will be there.
I'm pumped and primed to get me some JL's. It's just that I need to start looking at their menu now so I can have it figured out before I get there.
I think
and they don't have a whole bunch of stuff. It's just my mind ain't made up.
I think it's that two meat combo is what I get. Oh man,
I like to get their brisket. They have some really good brisket.
They do. They have good barbecue there.
How far away do you two live from each other?
2 hours. Something
Yeah,
like
2 hours, 2.5, something like that. Two, yeah, about like that. How long does it take you to get JL's from your place?
About an hour and a half, something like that. A little more.
About an hour for me.
Yeah,
but it's worth it.
JL's is at Pryor for anybody that don't know.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's worth it. I ate at a place called Biggins in Georgia, and that was good barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
JL's is real good barbecue. There's another place. There's a place over in if you're ever in Stillwell, Oklahoma, a place called Okie Joe's. It's really, really good barbecue over there. And we used to have a good barbecue place here in Tahlequah till the guy got all methed out, and just it went away. Too much meth.
Well, I was ready for some barbecue up there in Kansas, but it didn't happen. Everybody closed the
Yeah,
doors.
we couldn't. Yeah,
We couldn't find barbecue to save our life.
I'm going to tell you something.
No.
If you want to open a barbecue place, go to Ark City, Kansas, and just
Don't.
all you have to do.
Oh.
All you have to do is just be open.
Correct. I couldn't. It was crazy. Angie and I both were saying nobody's open around here.
On a Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah. At 4 o'clock.
About
Yeah.
6:30, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Nobody.
You want to make some money? There it is. Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
My travels in Kansas has proved that out, that Kansas just doesn't have nearly as many places out there to eat as what maybe Oklahoma or Missouri, and certainly Arkansas. It's like maybe there's a lower population of people who eat out in Kansas. I don't know.
Probably they probably eat at home a lot. I would think, more, here we're a college town, so you would think that we would have better place. I mean, we've got some decent places here in Tahlequah, but you would think that we would have like really great places here in Tahlequah.
Yeah.
But we've got a lot of stuff like Taco Bell and McDonald's and blah, 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 things like that. But it would be really great to have a really nice steakhouse, or I had a 75 Gremlin with 4 on the floor.
Really?
Wow.
I tell you what, some of those old cars, those old Gremlins and all them are high dollar if you can get a good one.
Everything is high dollar that's old. I mean, all it has to do is be old and decent, and it's high dollar.
Right.
If it was rear wheel drive and V8, it's high dollar.
That stuff's got me scratching my head. I don't know if anybody else has this trouble or not, but somebody will come by me and they'll tell me that, I got a 20-year-old pickup I'd like to sell. What do you think it's worth? And I'll say, I don't know. Is it two-tone paint? And they'll look at me like, what? 20 years ago, they didn't put two-tone paint on very many vehicles, but I'm thinking 1980 and they're 2004 or something,
That's right. 20-year-old truck is my dually.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that's the way we are. We think, like I said, you think 20 years ago, it's got to be 1980. No.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
When my parents quit growing chickens and semi-retired, Dad still had cattle, and he wanted to get him a nice pickup that he could pull his stock trailer with and, probably not have any trouble. They went hunting and hunting and hunting and finally found something he thought he could live with, and it's a 2000 Chevy 1-ton. They didn't want extended cab. That's what they found. And it had the engine transmission combination he wanted, 454 and a 5-speed. And I was at their house the other day, and I said, hey, that nice new to you red truck you've got that has less than 100,000 miles on it? And they said, yeah. I said, you can buy antique tags for that next year. And they're like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, you can. You can buy antique tags for that next year. Be 25 years old.
Yeah, we don't have antique tags here.
They don't sell antique tags at any of the tag agencies in Oklahoma. You have to apply to the state to be able to get them.
Oh,
Right.
You can get one here?
Yep.
Yeah, you get them. You got to apply for it.
You got to apply for it. And I hear that it's more difficult than what it used to be. When I first looked into it, it looked like it wasn't much. And I think the first time I had looked into that, they would sell you a 10-year tag, and it was like $20 or less a year to get that tag on your antique vehicle. But they put some stipulations on it, how much you can use it or how much you're supposed to be able to use it. and all that on the highways.
My 94 is $27 a year with just normal tags on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not ungodly anyway. So I'm
Yeah,
good with $27 a year.
My little 95 Nissan truck is cheap.
Yeah.
I bought that. I've had that truck forever. I mean, there's people that'll see me driving that truck and they saw me back whenever I was not all gray and everything else driving that truck. And they're like, "You still have it?" Oh yeah, still got it.
Look what having this kind of truck will do to you, you know. Right? I've been driving Chevys all my life.
I'll tell you what, Josh has got a Chevy story, a Chevy truck story out there in the chat. Oh, Sherman.
Does he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But he bought a C5500. He can tell you all about it.
I've got a Chevy truck story. My dad, when I was 4 or 5, bought a 76 GMC 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive. It had a 350 in it, and it had over 100,000 miles on it when it was 3 years old. And we bought it from a dairy farmer over in at Mount Vernon, Missouri. And the guy told my dad that the reason it had so many miles on it, he bought it with the purpose of being able to use it to haul tractors back from Washington, D.C. And now, anybody that don't know, in the late 70s, the government was allowing them to bring in grain from Mexico and from Canada and sell it here, and with no stipulations on it at all. But everybody that's growing stuff here has to use what the FDA approves as far as like to be able to spray their wheat with. And the guys in these other countries are using stuff the FDA doesn't approve, and yet they're letting this other stuff in, and it was flooding our markets. And so the prices on commodities was really cheap, and a bunch of the farmers here was having trouble paying their bills, and there was entities, banks mostly, were foreclosing on farmers. And to protest this, a bunch of farmers got together and drove their tractors to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
If you look it up on the internet, you can find pictures of the parade of tractors going down the interstate highways to go to Washington, D.C. for the protest. And it wasn't like a weekend thing. They stayed there through half the winter. There's even pictures of, they had no place to put them, so they parked them on the mall in Washington, D.C. And there was some of them, apparently, it got tore up pretty bad while they were there. So they stayed behind after the protest was over and reseeded the mall in Washington, D.C. using their own equipment. But that was what the guy did with that truck, was hauled tractors back from Washington.
I have that same story. The same exact story.
Well, yeah.
He bought Josh, he's doing this hot shotting thing, right?
Yep.
So he bought Josh, he said, tell the story. So he bought a C5500 and with a sleeper, so he could sleep in the truck and stuff like that. Well, I don't know if he wants me to tell you how much he gave for this truck, but I think he said it, I know how much he gave for it, and it weren't cheap, but
yep.
Right after he got it, the motor blowed up in it, and the motor's $18,000. Fix it.
Yeah.
So
later, after he bought it.
Yeah.
Hi, Rowdy.
So I'm just saying it's
yeah, there it is.
But
the end of my dad's truck story is he drove that truck to BF Goodrich to work until BF Goodrich closed, and then it was our truck, the one that we used for probably about 10 years while we were baling hay for other people, and he used it through the winter. And yeah, we had problems with it. We changed a lot of parts on it. We were 5 or 6 years into owning it before we figured out why everything on the truck shook so bad. And they had drove over something with it and knocked the weights off of the rear drive shaft.
Oh,
And so
wow.
it was terrible, out of balance. And then we had all kinds of other things that were broke because of 5 years of driving it with constant shaking. But
Right.
it had a couple of salvage yard motors in it. Dad bought a 400 small block rebuilt engine from a outfit in Joplin that was building engines and put in it. And it lasted quite a while. And then we decided we was going to have to change the clutch in it. So we decided to pull the motor instead of drop the tranny. And we was going to put new rings and rod bearings and put new valves in it and new seals because it was getting quite a few miles on it. And we pulled that out of there to find out they had built that engine all with junk parts. Every rod cap and rod was number one. And that really didn't bother us because the thing had run that long. But then when we went to taking the mains apart in that motor, we took them out one at a time, and laid them all out where we was getting everything back just like it was supposed to go, and pulled the crank out and cleaned it all up, start back together with it with the new bearings in it. And if you torque the main caps down, the crank wouldn't turn. And apparently what they had done was realize that the block was out of alignment. And so when they rebuilt it, they Loctited one of the main caps, and it wasn't never torqued down. And that thing had run like 11 years. I never understand how it ran. And my dad has got to the point where he's not keeping up very well, and his memory don't work as good as it used to. And I think some of them parts may still be in the basement of his house, but I threw the rest of it in the scrap bin here a few years ago. I bought a whole nother truck, had a 454 in it, and we put a big block motor in it. Yeah. And we quit having trouble, except now the latest thing that I fixed on it was a broken frame.
Is that the truck that's out there in the shop that we were talking about? The one that
it's got the homemade hay unroller bed on it.
Yeah.
Yep. I made a video of it and got a bunch of pictures on Facebook about it when I was using it last winter.
Those square bodies are, there's a lot of people that like them. Let's just put it that way. But man, I tell you what, you got them doors, you got to slam the crap out of them, and you better just baby that hood whenever you're shutting.
Yeah,
kick that hood right in half.
And the one on that truck's kinked really bad, but the reason it's kinked is Dad checked the oil in the motor every day he used it, and he's wore the hinge pins all into tightness, I guess, on that. And he'd say, it'll shut if you'll just push it back here and over there. And I'm like, it'll stay shut if you put a bungee cord over the front of it too, and I ain't gonna do that either.
I like old Dalton on Paul Barn Garage, how he fixes them. Old Dalton, he gets a piece of a 2x4, a oak 2x4, and he puts it on top of the hood. He beats the hood, all the kinks down with that 2x4. Then he takes self-tappers and screws through the bottom of the hood into the 2x4 and leaves the 2x4 there.
Well, I've got a whole perfect hood off of a parts truck and new brackets for that one. It's not broke. But that was something that they might have been a little ahead of their time on that. They actually designed those hoods to fold up there so that they wouldn't cut somebody's head off. They got in a head-on collision real bad.
Right. Yeah.
But they break. They break right where they had designed them to fold up. So I guess it worked real good. I'm sure Chevrolet sold more goods because of it.
Yeah.
They made it a positive thing. They made something that nobody else wanted a positive thing.
Yeah. These new little cars have that same kind of thing right underneath the driver's door, all the way across in the body of them, so that if they get hit real hard, a lot of them will crinkle up there, and then they don't have to worry about it. Are they totaled or not? We can't get the doors open. Oh, it's totaled.
Yeah.
frame rail has like little ribs in it, or you see it has ribs in it. It's made for when there's a wreck that they fold in that spot, so there's less impaction on the driver. So hoods, fenders, frame rails, all that. That's what my on my Ranger, when my son, that guy pulled out in front of him, he T-boned him. I took it to the frame, I took it to the frame shop. They pulled it back out right in that same area, and it just made the fold up in that spot.
Hi, Christine.
Hey, Christine.
I retired, Rick.
There's my beautiful wife, Christine. Hello. She's up north somewhere. So she's up north. South. She's either in South Dakota, Iowa. She's up that way.
About the same time that Chevrolet started making those hoods that fold up in the middle, we had a guy that we baled hay for, and we baled hay for a lot of people that were cheapskates. This guy had cattle, and he wanted us to make the biggest bale we could make. And my dad would give them a full 6 foot by 5 foot. I would say some of those would weigh between 1,700 pounds that he would bale for these guys. And that guy had a bale spear with a winch in the back of a pickup. And the first one he had was like, I can't remember exactly the year model, maybe 82 or something like that, Ford 3/4 ton pickup. And he was picking these bales up and hauling them down the road. And he came in there to pick up a bale one time, and you could see daylight between the back of the cab and the front of the bed. And I'm like, there's something wrong with that. And he gets out there and backs into another bale. He hadn't even noticed he's done it yet. And when he backed into another bale, then the thing wouldn't move again. And it had his drive shaft. It bent the frame in the middle because it had his drive shaft so kinked that he couldn't go when he had picked that bale up.
Oh, wow.
When we got to looking, it had big holes
Good night,
in
Karen.
the frame everywhere. And apparently Ford at one time decided that we can lighten up our frames by poking these big holes. It won't hurt it at all, you know. I'm like, well, why don't you just make them out of bubble gum or cardboard next year?
Well, they fixed that later. They just started making the truck out of aluminum.
Aluminum, yeah. Yeah. And back before the Cummins thing, I'm not sure if I knew anybody that drove a Dodge pickup back then. We had one guy that we baled hay for, I guess, that drove a Dodge pickup. He never had any trouble moving those 6 foot bales. And it was like a battle axe too. I mean, it was.
Yeah, I've driven some of those the old square Dodge, like what were they, D100s and stuff like that. I think it was a D100 or something.
The ones he had was like would have been right around the bicentennial. He had one that said Spear to 76 on it. It was that old square Dodge.
Yeah.
First guy.
I know one thing. That old D100 was not designed for any kind of. I mean, it has the same suspension package that Jesse's RV motorhome has.
1860 Studebaker covered wagon suspension.
Yeah, the covered wagon suspension. Yeah, that's
after just watching the live, I don't need to ride in that thing. I'm telling you.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, that old truck, it would just beat you to death, and that's all I can, you know. I've not ridden in Jesse's RV or nothing, but I've watched enough lives that happen in it to realize there's some stuff going on there.
Martini shaking. You don't have to stir them.
LS swap. What's this LS stuff, Dakota?
Wagons.
Oh my God, no. No.
I'm going to be running a whole bunch of LSs on Saturday night down there at
the
Grudge Night.
John, you're going to make them all cry, guaranteed.
So we're going to, I think Saturday night for chilling, here's the deal. We're at the end of racing season, and I haven't got to go all year, and I'm just now starting to get to go. And we're having grudge night at a local little track that just opened back up again this year and has been closed for years. And I mean, it's such a hanky track that they don't even have a tree. They just got a green light on a pole that comes on when it's ready, when you go. And then they don't have any lights at the end. They just have somebody down there telling you who won. You know what I'm saying? But they have grudge races down there. So I've always liked that track, and I'm going to go down there, and it's Saturday night, and they get absolutely, you can't even call anybody from down there. The service is so bad, you know, like cellular. So I can't go live, but I think Christine is going to go live. I think she's going to go live from our channel and be home doing it. So hopefully that'll I mean, because we haven't been live on Saturday night for, this will be like, well, two times, you know, over a month. So no, now great Johnny, now no one will show up for chilling with the Gillum.
Well, hey, let me
my love.
Can I put a shameless plug in here? I'm going to be a guest on Rainy Ridges Live, and we will have somebody else on there with me before chilling with the Gillums. I think it's going to start at 7s when they usually start this coming Saturday. And I'm not disclosing who the other people are. So, I mean, if you know, you know, but
it won't be us.
Yeah. I didn't invite any popular people. It's just us regular people, Amy. Come on.
Oh, I am not popular. Stop it right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I seen how many subscribers.
Hey, Grumpy.
It looks just about like mine.
Johnny, where are you going to be at?
I'm going to be down at, it's called Wilsey's Outlaw Drag Strip. And you can find it on Facebook. WILSEYS Outlaw Drag Strip. It's at Salisaw. And it used to be, it's been a bunch of different things over the years. Whenever they started up was about, I believe it was 98, whenever the track first started. And what it was the guy who originally had the place, he wanted a place to land a plane on his land. So he built a little runway on the edge of his property there. Well, later somebody figured out that, hey, that would make actually a good drag strip. I mean, it's super flat, and so they turned it into a drag strip, and it's just an old school place to go. It's one of those places. It's an interesting place because the way it sits and all that stuff. It doesn't matter how slow your stuff is. For some reason, it looks faster on that track. It's exactly the opposite of going to Tulsa Raceway Park, the big track at Tulsa. Because at Tulsa, you can run 8-second quarter miles at Tulsa, and you look slower than dirt when you're going down through there from the stands at Tulsa because you're up so high. But it wills, you know, you're right there with it. Me and Christine were there one night, and the guy was doing a burnout in a 69 Camaro. Angie, where's she at? A 69 Camaro, and that dude threw a rod, and our rod cap came out and hit us on the foot when we were standing there.
Well, I'm glad it didn't hurt you, but that's good that happened. I said, I'm glad it didn't hurt you, but I'm glad that happened.
It had aluminum rods in it, and it threw aluminum rod cap, just came right out and got us right on got me on the foot. And, but yeah, it was cool. That's right. It was cool.
I've been hit on the foot by a rod cap before, but it was me that dropped it.
Yeah, you dropped it. You go, oh, wait a minute. Hang on here. Oops. Oh. Which rod did that go on? Dang.
Well, it's number one. All of them are number one.
Number one. All of them. Number one.
When we took the oil pan over there and I laid all that stuff out, and my dad come by there looking at that, and he's like, "Where did this one go?" I said, "It was the first one. It's right there." He said, "Yeah, but where did this one go? It's number one too."
Somebody else saw you, Evelyn.
Josh, I don't know who Wells Racing is, so probably not.
Hey, Johnny, is this racetrack in Brent, Oklahoma?
Do what?
The racetrack you're talking about, is that Willie's?
Wheelsies.
WILLSEY Outlaw Drag Strip?
Yeah.
Brent, Oklahoma.
That's what it says. I don't know why it says that, but it's south. Maybe they call that community down south of the South all that. I don't know.
Yeah. That's actually you were probably an hour and a half away from me.
Yeah, are you coming? Is that what you're saying?
You got my blood a little rolling here. I don't know if there's anything going on Saturday. I'm pretty sure Angie will say something in a second.
Well, that would be awesome if you want to come, because I'm as far as I know, there's nobody going that I know I won't have any help. I won't have, as far as I know. So I'm going to talk to my brother and see what he's got going on. But
that is just south of I-40.
There's a good barbecue place there on the way to it. We were speaking of good barbecue.
Everything's got to turn to food.
Yeah.
You can't have a good conversation without everything turning to food.
Yeah, it's Wild Horse Mountain, but Wild Horse Barbecue is right there. And it's good barbecue.
Hey, have you ever heard of the Butcher Barbecue? He won the World's Championship, I don't know, I'll just say 10 years ago on that barbecue thing. His place is literally 6 miles from my house off of Route 66 and I-44. What's that, Tony? No, I have not.
Sign me up, Dale.
Sign me up, Dale. What's he want, Tony? What's he want to be?
Or the pit crew.
Dale said Johnny needs a pit crew.
Well, Josh, if you're going to be around, I know you're supposed to. I saw a short and you said something about picking watermelons. So I didn't know.
I'm looking for a sponsor. You in?
Put it out there. If anybody wants to show up, great. I'll put it out there.
Johnny called us a bunch of liars.
What?
You called us a bunch of liars when we showed up. He said there's a whole bunch of liars that are here right now when we showed up to your race.
I said liars?
Yeah. Who said that?
Johnny. He goes, we're a bunch of liars.
Because you said you weren't coming?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We weren't coming, and then we showed up, and we got there.
You know, some people can throw that, they say, oh, you can tell. I mean, think about this. Dale and Nana doing a night live in a parking lot the night before Pinecone Fest last year. We're not going. They were in Owasso, Oklahoma when they did that. Yeah. Yeah, Saturday, Josh.
Saturday.
It'll be Saturday evening. I think the gates open at 6 Saturday night. So it'll be a night deal, which is cool with me.
Where?
Everybody was talking about the seeing tractors or cars blow up in the chat at pools and stuff. I don't go very often, but I like watching videos. I may be an uncommon YouTuber. I watch a lot of YouTube. And on one of the shorts for one of those tractor pulling outfits, they showed a newer John Deere, probably a pro stock puller. and his wheels got way up in the air, and then he bounced, and it broke the motor plumb off the front.
Tonight, heard that outdoors.
Motor in the front end go from in front of the driver to right in beside of him, but almost beside the wheel, and they have to go over there and figure out how to shut it off. It's laying on its side, still running.
Oh yeah.
You see people in the video running toward him. They're like, "It's still running," and you can pick up. You can see the smoke out the exhaust on it, and I'm like, "Yeah, that looks safe. That looks safe. I don't want to be,
You know,
a mile from there or something like
have
that."
you ever had a diesel run away on you?
Mm. Yeah. Do you say like
That's an exciting thing, I'm telling you. It's really exciting.
Exciting is one way of putting it.
I mean, you're excited.
This is a long time ago. I worked for a Lincoln Mercury dealer. This guy next to me, an old timer, put a 460 in an old Lincoln, whatever it was. The linkage was frozen or something happened to it. He fired it up and went wide open. And this is a brand new motor that hasn't even been primed or nothing. That thing went nuts, and he stood there looking at it, and everybody's running around, diving through the door. The glass was up. They couldn't open the handle up. By the time they finally got in, it exploded the motor. I was there. I was working beside the guy. I seen the motor just completely go apart. It was crazy. Brand new motor. It didn't even last maybe a minute and a half, and it was done.
I've almost got the same story. It was a 383 Dodge engine that a buddy of mine completely rebuilt, and we put it in a Dart, a 70 model Dodge Dart. And he started that thing up, and it started up wide open, just like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, holy, like, wow, and he just does this. He's outside of the car, and he just goes, just a second. And then he just walks around, he reaches in the car, and he hits the key and kills it. Just about that slow. I mean, this thing is wide open for like, I'd say a good 45 seconds. And it was brand spanking new, not pre-primed or anything. And I said, boy, I wonder what's wrong with that thing now. Nothing was wrong with it. I mean, it was good to go. It was really wild, but that thing was absolutely on the floor whenever we started. He started from under the hood. And
that's what he did. He hit the bumper.
He couldn't get the thing loose, and so he just went around and killed it.
Well, he just stood back and looked at it, and I'm like, and I was on the passenger side standing there. I was like, you got to shut it down. Well, there wasn't enough room between him and I, so I was starting to run around the other side. People came over, and the rule of thumb is when we worked at the dealer, put the driver's window down no matter what, always. Well, they reached in. You can see people hitting their hands in the window, trying to open up the door, and they finally got in there, and they reached in. As they killed it, they shut it down, and then you can just hear auto rattling. I was like, man, that thing was messed up bad.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have blown up the way it did. So I'm thinking it had issues when it went together. Whoever built it, the reman place, because you're talking. It was wide open for at least a minute. It was crazy. I've never heard a scream like that before.
Yeah.
I heard yours run, but not like what that was.
Yeah. How many RPM you think I was turning that, Tony?
I know what it can turn, and I'm going to say you're probably turning at 68.
No, actually, I turned it a little over 8,000 sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I know where you dynoed at was like around.
Yeah, we dynoed around 68, but we have the chip set at 85.
Okay.
And whenever you heard me, I banged off the chip once.
I heard it. Yep.
And if I'm banging off that chip, I'm at 8,500.
Holy moly!
So, but it's like a Chief. My engine's built. It's built pretty well.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that we could have done different on the rods and stuff like that, but Chief turns his over 9,000 quite often. You know who I'm talking about? Justin Shearer, Big Chief.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Outlaws.
Yeah. So you know, it's a big motor, but it turns up there pretty good.
I've never turned anything that fast on purpose, but your stories about engines blowing up and running too fast reminds me of something happened to me in high school. When I was a sophomore, there was a guy that was a junior in our ag mechanics class. I wasn't able to be in it. I was too young. And it was the hour, it was either right before or right after I had VOAG. One guy named Woody had been in there, and this was one of these guys that was a hippie fella, had long hair. He was in the VOAG shop, and he was cutting something with the cutting torch. And he has his back to his bottles. It's sitting about 5 or 6 feet behind him, and he's cutting on something at the workbench. And those old acetylene bottles, the kind you didn't have to have a cap for, that had the T-tool and the valve down in there to turn them on.
Yep.
It had broke the valve, and the sparks that was going over his back caught that on fire, and it was shooting a blue flame out about 6 foot long.
No way.
And everybody in the shop seen it except for Woody, apparently, and they like vacate out the door. The teacher said they were all just kind of like a herd of ducks, one right after another, going fast out the door. And teacher went over there and turned his bottle off, and Woody's reaction was, it went out, stupid thing. The cutting torch head on the bench then trying to get it to work, and you don't even realize that he'd been in pretty bad danger there. That they had one of those valves give up on it, blowing out a blue 6 foot flame out the top of the bottle. Melted the gauges on the regulator.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good times. I'm
Good
telling
times. I didn't even need any help almost, killing myself by accident. I was around other people that helped me do that, though.
Right.
Maybe
why I work alone a lot,
Right. What you don't know might not hurt you, but it might.
I do know there was some people playing Kahooted on Thursday night that was using my name that wasn't me, and I'm not sure who it could have been that was using my name that wasn't me, but I think
was that.
Yeah, look.
I saw something about like Paul Case Ranch or something, Paul the Rancher or something. Was that you?
Hero Case is what it came up at, and Dale thought it was me, and it wasn't me.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a name on there, and I was like,
I changed mine to protect the innocent to 16-mile rancher or farmer or something like that. Somebody else stole my name and was playing under my name, my Hero Case.
So Dakota, I am. You asked if I'm north or south of Tahlequah. Yes.
Yep.
Either way is good, isn't it, Johnny?
I am north and south of Tahlequah. So yes, I'm north or south.
Yeah.
So
Dakota, you're talking about somebody got burned or scalded with coolant. I literally was working a couple stalls away from a guy. This is back when everybody was using incandescent lights. He was replacing a fuel pump on, I don't know what it was. It's a Ford, whatever it was. Anyway, he had a light jammed up in there. He had his arm jammed up in there. And first thing someone else was saying, don't take that light, turn it off, use a flashlight when you're doing this fuel pump. Because when you take the line off and then you take the pump off, that thing, when you pull it out, it's going to squirt some fuel out. And it hit that bulb. And I'd literally seen this guy screaming. And from shoulder down, I seen his skin was all melted. This is when I was down in Oklahoma City working at Fred Jones Ford. I watched him get burned in his arm. Bad deal.
Yeah, those coolant burns can be devastating. I mean, because there's a guy that I like to, we all have our channel, guilty pleasure channels and stuff like that. I watch one called Jimmy Dale, and he races. I mean, he races for a living is what he does, drag race, and he pulls his stuff around on an open trailer. He's like me. He doesn't, have fancy stuff. But anyway, he has a car. I think it was a Monte Carlo or something. Yeah, it's a Monte Carlo he bought, and he burned himself up so bad. He spent a lot of time in the hospital from the radiator blowing on that thing. Whenever, you see him, he's messing with it. He said, yeah, this thing got awful hot. We're probably going to have to go get a water pump for it. Next thing you know, there's a video of him in the hospital. And he is just, I mean, you can see all the skin just off of him. Like, it's just everywhere. All up and down his arms, his neck, around his cheeks, everything. So it was a bad deal. Oh, it had time to cool off there. I don't know.
Hey, Amy, I heard another edition of your chicken joke.
What was that?
Why'd the chicken cross the road?
What's that?
To prove to the possum that it could be done.
Add armadillos to that now.
Yeah. Swamp possums.
Yeah.
Possum on the half shell. You know how to make alcohol to run your equipment.
Drops had a bunch of those questions come up. What are you going to do when there's no fuel? I'm not sure that that'll ever happen in my lifetime, but they have came up with ways to make ethanol out of corn, which is a very renewable resource, and they can make diesel out of soybeans. So I don't know. The people who refine fuel and make fuel are pretty resilient people, and they like money. And so I think as long as we have money to spend on fuel, they're going to be able to come up with fuel for us.
Gasifier, wood gasifier too.
Oh, you remember whenever all those shows were really popular, back around 2008, 9, 10, about the preppers, the prepper shows?
Yep.
Remember those? I watched a guy, he had a tractor, right? He had a Kubota tractor. And he was talking about if the grid and everything goes down, he's going to get his fuel for this tractor that he had by going around and shooting transformers.
I've seen it. Yep.
And catching he had a tarp down below, and he was catching that oil that was leaking out of the transformer on the tarp, and then he was going to put it in it and then, make it into fuel for his tractor. And, but like, transformers liquid. Yeah.
He would have to shoot a lot more transformers here lately because all the new ones are about half the size of the old ones.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember that too. I do remember that.
He did it. I mean, he did it on the show. He went out there and he had to shoot this transformer 2 or 3 times, but he finally got it to start leaking some stuff. And he was down here with this big old tarp trying to catch it. And, get it into this bucket and
I don't know.
Stuff.
I'm not sure that it's a viable energy source or fuel source at all, but there's a lot of people who, during that craze back there about 15 years ago, were going around and gathering up used cooking oil from places and this stuff they were having to pay to have hauled off at that time, and they're making biodiesel out of that.
Well, actually, my cousin was actually burning that in his truck. He had a 7.3 Power Stroke, around a 2000. It was the last of the actual good 7.3s,
like mine.
Yeah, and he was burning that old cooking oil in it, straining it out real good, and pouring it in there and burning it.
Basically biodiesel at that point. Like it's like my 94 can run on used motor oil and brake fluid. Like you put 5 gallons of brake fluid and 50 gallons of used motor oil, and my 7.3 will run on it. Like it's basically what the military can call like multi-fuel. If you get one of those old AM General like Deuce and a halves or whatever that run on multi-fuel, that's basically used motor oil and brake fluid.
Yep.
And they run all day long on it.
Yep. Unless they get stopped up with a bunch of French fry stuff. You know?
Well, there's on Craigslist. I'm going to say once a month there is somebody in the city that has like 15 or 20 gallons of used cooking oil that it's free. Come get it and he talks about refining it down to burn for fuel.
Yeah.
Well, that used motor oil is easy to come by. I have a friend who has a mechanic shop. He said, I'll trade you. I can't give it to you, but I'll trade you. I'll trade you this cage tank full of used motor oil for one that's empty. And I'm like, okay. Because I use motor oil through the chain oiler on my firewood processor.
Right.
It uses a lot of it.
Good night, Miss Grace.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Good night. We're only going to be here like 3 more hours. So
no.
And we're
I told my mother-in-law, I was like, I gotta get off so I can take some nighttime so I can get to sleep.
Yeah, just crappier and crappier.
Your voice is
my son
is getting crappy.
Yes, it's getting crappy by the minute.
Yeah, look, hey, my son got sick like over 3 weeks ago with this same thing, the thing that I just got over too. He's back now. He's feeling horrible. Just took a whole bunch of medicine and went and got in the bed because I guess he's coming back down with it again. He's can't really talk. I mean, yeah, man, they're playing football every Friday night. That's kind of tough playing football, feeling like it. Because I know how bad I felt. I wasn't playing football. I was just trying to walk around the house.
Right.
Y'all have anybody in the basement, Amy?
The things.
Well, shoot, there's Janae. Oh no, Janae!
She made a comment that she's been sitting there in the dark.
The little banner that tells you what kind of All
right, so we're gonna go for 3 hours.
No.
The little icons that tell you what kind of setting you have, like single or double or triple or whatever, was right across her. All we can see is Tony under that.
You're gonna have to bring her up at least for a minute so I can say hello, Jenny.
Hold on.
She may not be here anymore.
Jenny, I'm so sorry.
Welcome,
Hello, Jenny.
She's not on here now.
Hey.
Oh, there she is.
I've been in the dark, y'all.
That sucks.
Oh, Amy.
Thank you, Paul.
Wasn't me. I don't know nothing. It was Johnny.
Yeah, it was Johnny. Johnny's the one that said something. I'm sorry.
Johnny's so sweet.
I was just about to say, hey, listen, I've got to go because, I've got to take some meds.
You're pushing 2 hours, and you weren't even going to go that long because you feel like crap.
Yeah. But I can't
The chat
not
was so
do a
freaking
lie.
stupid tonight.
Hey, you had a good chat.
I had
that
at
chat
one
was
point it was
rolling.
like 54 people.
Good Lord, I couldn't hardly keep up, and I'm watching on 2 different things.
Or maybe it was 57.
Something
like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Janae, you there?
Yeah, she's right there.
Well, I see her, but she's not saying that.
She got so used to being in the basement, she couldn't talk, so she got used to it. That sucks.
Hello, Jenny.
See, Wanda don't feel good.
Good night,
You're feeling better, Wanda. Good night.
Good night, Wanda.
Good night, Wanda.
Oh,
Why is she muted?
can't unmute your guest because
She muted herself.
Okay, that's why we can't hear.
Yeah. She's just
All right, base camp.
She's gotten
Good night, Roger.
Roger. I did not know the name. I was just there.
Roger had his other channel on here too tonight.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it now.
he froze to death in the basement.
Jenny, are you okay, Jenny?
You got pneumonia.
I have enjoyed like today I was able to just open up all the windows on the house, and boy, it's really nice. Not, no air conditioner or anything like that. Just got that breeze blowing through here.
I celebrated by going and sawing some lumber and went ahead and turned the fan on anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I finally got a video out, so I was like, man, I needed to do something that wasn't race oriented, so I put out a auction video, cattle auction.
I've seen it. I got to watch it later or tomorrow morning.
But
I think it takes
start making me jealous. What?
cattle.
It would have rained in your house. Did y'all get more rain today, Dale?
Yes, they did. It's been raining up that way all day.
Oh my
According
goodness.
to the radar, the same one that showed it was raining at Johnny's place Saturday afternoon.
The pool's almost full.
Nope.
But it done that here some too. It showed that we had rain part of this evening, and we wasn't getting anything.
Yeah, it's really, it's really weird. You look, I'm in the house. I look and I look at the radar and it says it's raining right on us. So I run outside and I'm like,
Really? I think that's part of the new age weather, man. He can't even tell you what's really going on outside right now. Can we trust him to tell us about tomorrow?
Yeah. Like it shows right now that it's actually raining on our cattle right now, and raining good apparently, because y'all may not be able to see it, probably can't, but there's a blue dot right up there. That's us. That's the house here. Yeah,
So where's the cattle?
And the cattle are right down there.
Yep.
So they're getting it, which is great because that's where all the pasture is. Everything up here is just like me mowing. You don't. Thank you. But anyway, about 2/10 today, but over 2 inches since Thursday. Woo! Nice. Somebody said there was like a $2 million hailstorm that went through somewhere.
It was Angie just said something about that in the chat. Had baseball hail.
They had baseball size hail, and Oklahoma City, and actually her daughter down where they live in that area, they get hit really hard. She said she walked outside, looked like snow. Got hit real hard with hail.
Ground covered up.
And we got a little mist.
Yeah. Well, I'm super thankful that down there where our cattle are is getting a really good rain right now because it's been so dry.
Thank you, Lori.
I was hoping that would like be up this way, but it's apparently not for whatever reason. I don't know how it missed us. Oh, I know how it missed us. It developed right when it passed us and then developed. It's really weird into a big storm going down through there. So anyway.
Dakota, you talked about that weather modification this afternoon. I'm just going to say, let's just go 5 or 6 o'clock. I looked up and it was like 3 or 4 jets crisscrossing right above me. I was like, you got to be kidding me, really? And then here we are with all this other stuff going on. Who knows?
Yeah.
Good night, Angie.
Good night, Angie.
I was looking in the sky out here, and because of things that Dakota has said about those chemtrails and stuff, and there weren't any around here. I mean, there weren't. We didn't have. There was not today. That we had a sunny sky part of the day today, and there was zero chemtrails in the sky at all.
I should have took a video of it, but they were just crisscrossing. I mean, like I'm just gonna say, like 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Janae.
Janae, check that out. Some of that kind of stuff's really
She's coming back.
Boggles my mind a little bit. I was talking to somebody somewhere not long ago about sure as dry we could use the rain, and a lady piped up that wasn't in the conversation and says, "We don't need no rain. My husband works for the county, and he says rain tears our roads up terrible."
Oh my goodness.
And I just looked over at her and said, I don't know if you get it or not, but if we don't have no rain, food will get kind of short around here. And I don't know anybody that likes it when the food's short.
Yep.
If your husband works for the county, what you're talking about, it is bad on the roads, but that's job security, I think.
Job security.
And
it's only job security if they actually come and fix the road.
Well, they'll have any they should do, whether they do it. But
Have you ever seen that movie Idiocracy?
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Paul? Who all seen it on the chat here? Up in the panel. Anybody seen Idiocracy?
It's been a long time. It's been a while ago, yeah.
Because they were trying to figure out how to make their crops grow, right? Now this is in the future, and they have come up with a drink because the water is so bad, they've come up with a drink that everybody drinks called Brondo, and it's got electrolytes, right? I don't know what it is, some kind of Kool-Aid or something like that. I don't know. But everybody drinks this Brondo stuff. So they figure it's got to be good for the plants because it's got electrolytes. So they're watering it with Brondo and nothing will grow. And this guy, Luke, whatever, he goes, in time, he gets there and he goes, "Why don't you just use water?" And they said, "What? Like we're using a toilet?" Yeah. So they put some water on it and it grew, and they were all just amazed that stuff grew with water on it. Yeah, it's a documentary, Opecon Homestead. It's a documentary. It's actually, yeah.
Hi, Deacon Tank.
Hi, Janae.
Hey.
There she is.
How come you skipped right over Dale's comment there? I don't open no can of worms on this live, do you?
No.
Can I talk
Listen,
about shooting stuff or anything while I'm on here?
I don't mind saying something. I don't mind saying something that's going to get people's hackles up. We live in the greatest country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Our food's cheap and our water's good. And
I hate when people say that America, they start griping about America, and it's like, you should try living literally anywhere else. Anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we live in the
even Canada. Oh, sorry.
Sparkle sauce.
Angie.
I understand America has its problems. Everywhere has its problems.
Yes, I'm friend.
But even with all of our problems, we're still the greatest country on the planet.
Yeah.
I haven't never heard of any other countries lately that people will come to so they can work here and send money to their family somewhere else. That's just. Do you hear about that? I've never heard about anybody going to Japan to do that. And our food's cheap and the water.
That's right, Chris.
Oh, oh, get this. All right. I just learned something. I learned me something today. Okay.
Say that again.
Learn me something.
Right?
I never learned.
Studio.
I found I went to, usually whenever I go to a store or something like that, I get stuff and I set it on the counter and they ring it up and I just pay whatever it is and then leave, Well, yesterday I went to Atwoods of all places, and I threw up a candy bar up on the counter. Along with the other things that I bought, which was some trailer parts and stuff like that for a trailer. And they rang it all up and I left. Well, whenever I got out in my truck, I opened up this candy bar. It was a Reese's peanut butter cup, and it looked like some kind of a science experiment was going on in there. So I'm like, oh. So I took this thing back. I'm like, man, I didn't even want to touch it. I took it back and went in there and I put it up on the counter. I said, there's something going on with this candy bar right here. And they said, you want your money back? And I said, yes, please. They said, it was like $4 that they gave me back for that candy bar.
No way.
That's how much they are. I said, are candy bars that much? And they said, yes.
That's crazy.
And I said, man. Remember when you could buy a cheeseburger and stuff?
I heard that.
Mhm.
Johnny, are you going to get your new hat, or is that your new camel hat that Christine got you?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my goodness,
She
I'm
ordered
so
it
excited for
online
you.
one night, and it's supposed to be showing up, but I don't know. It'll probably wait till it's just raining cats and dogs,
Okay.
and then they'll throw it out there by the gate, and it'll be like a day before I find it or whatever.
And you'll say, well, I couldn't see
And
it.
the neighbor might get it.
Dale, he's saying what? Go to the store, go to the candy bar, and actually look at the prices of them. Me and my grandson went into a store this afternoon and actually studied the prices. Candy bars are well over $3 a piece. And whenever you add tax to it, you're up around $4.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. And I told him right then, he's 19 years old. And I said, I'm going to tell you something right now. Candy bars should never, ever be this price, ever. They should never. I said, this is why your vote counts. So you need to just remember, vote, with your wallet if you have to. I mean, voting with your wallet helps a bunch. But, there's a bunch of other issues. But I remember way back in the day when you could vote on the issue, you had to, But anyway, it's crazy.
Johnny,
Heard that.
I think you're right. And there's probably a greater multitude of people who don't realize how much more you're spending on things.
Exactly.
Love you, Jan.
I'm just going to put it this way recently. And I know that in the past 7 years, we've all lived underneath two different. And you pick which one you liked, and that's the one you should vote for.
I told him, I said, grandson, I'm going to tell you something. 4 years ago, I could have bought this candy bar for $1.50.
Mm-hmm.
4 years ago. I said, can't do it now. But I got some exciting news. I'll just share it with you guys. I got something from the Social Security Administration today in the mail. And it was my what do you call it? Like what my benefits are going to be whenever I become eligible for Social Security. Like by age, not by disability, by age. And so I get now I know how much I'm going to get, and I know what kind of cat food I'm going to have to buy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to eat Fancy Feast or anything like that.
Yeah.
Generic, isn't it?
But I'm not going to have to eat great value either.
Oh,
I'm going to be able to eat something like kind of in between there. I think.
In the middle. Yeah.
In the middle of that cat.
Just wait till you turn 65 when they take out, what is that, Medicaid or Medicare, whatever it is. You'll lose $250 on that.
Yeah. Medicare.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I'm sitting here going, it was kind of exciting. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, and what I'm getting at is it's not a lot. It's not a lot of money by no means. If I had to live on it, it would never happen. Okay, it would never happen. What I'm going to get from that? But so I guess got a text. So you got mail from Social Security. My wife is lurking. So anyway, so I'm sitting here going, it's like I said, it's not very much money at all, but it's like. And my brother the other day, he was the same way, talking about how much, what kind of cat food he would have to buy to eat. And it's true. It's true.
We'll have to add some water to it to rehydrate it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can probably add some filler stuff to it and kind of, maybe some rice and stuff like that. And make it into kind of a bigger meal than what it is in and of itself. So,
hey, I got
my love, you're out there. I just remembered it. You got to remember, I don't have a very good mind.
It's still on top of the chicken coop. Hey, Amy, I got a question. Are you wanting out of here?
Do what?
You're looking like you're wanting out of here.
Oh yeah, I do. I need to get out of here. I got to take for nighttime and stuff, and get in bed.
I'll help you with that too.
I can't speak for everybody here, but I think I can. And if anybody disagrees with me, get vocal about it. I don't care. We appreciate you having us on your live tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Appreciate getting to talk to these guys. And
good night, everybody.
And I'd like to pray for you. And there was several in the chat that's been talking about being sick. I'd like to pray for you guys before we get off, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's go with Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord, we love you. We thank you for who you are. We thank you for the great things you've done for us. And thank you for the fellowship time we've had tonight. Father, pray that you just bless Amy and Chris. Amy's dealing with being sick. And Father, there's several others that were in the chat tonight that's dealing with some cross between allergies and a sickness that's going around. And Lord, we just pray that you would touch these and heal them. And Father, that you would do this in accordance with your will. We know your word tells us that you want us to be able to serve you. And Father, we pray that you would just touch and heal them. And we just thank you for them. Thank you for the blessing they are to us. Thank you for all the ones that were in the chat tonight. And Father, it's just been a really good time. And we thank you for the wherewithal we have to be able to be here, even if we're going to have to determine later what kind of cat food we can buy. We still do it all through your power and strength. Thank you for Jesus. And it's in his name we're praying tonight. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Thank y'all for coming up. I appreciate y'all.
See you later.
Good night, Julie.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.
Good night. Good night, y'all. Johnny,
night.
Amy, Chris,
Good night.
Trey, Tony. Y'all have a good night.
You too.